Spiritual Fitness Podcast. We're back again, another episode. I'm your host, Eric Bigger, and it's 2025. It's a new year. But have you ever heard of your new life is going to cost you your old life, right? So, going into today's episode, I want to talk about how to let go of the old stories to create a new narrative for 2025, right? Your new life is going to cost you your old life. So we got to remove the old stories, the old paradigms, the old habits, the old ways that do not serve our highest good. What are old stories? So let me break down old stories from the paradigm that I lived from. So 2023, I went through a spiritual awakening, dark night of the soul, ego death. And the story I was carrying in my consciousness was, why is this happening to me? Why me? What did I do? All these things. Why did this happen? What's going on? Something's not right, right? That's the story. Why is this happening to me? That was the story. 2024 was, okay, this happened. I'm going to take full accountability, full responsibility for my taking all of it. And I'm going to become better and I'm going to get back into my highest frequency. So 2024, I took my power back. 2023, I lost my power. 2024, I took my power back. 2025 is like, okay, now we're back even kill. It's time to execute. It's time to take advantage of all the advantages. So what was my old story? My old story was, why is this happening to me? That was happening to me because from 2017 or even prior up until 2023, I was a people pleaser. I wanted to please people. I wanted to appease people. I wanted people to like me. I didn't want people to abandon me. That was the behavior I was up until 2017, up until 2023. 2024 was like, you know what? I'm tapping into my authenticity. I don't want to be this perfect person. I don't want to be this smiling face who's really sad and not share my truth and vulnerability with the listeners and people that know me. I want to be real. I want to be raw. I'm from Baltimore, Maryland. I'm not just this guy who was on a TV show and I had success. I've went through way more than that and have climbed many mountains. And in 2024, I was gaining my power back and I went to Machu Picchu and I took plant medicine for the first time, which I usually judged. I took Wachuma and it changed my life. It cleared my heart space. So today in 2025, it's a fresh start for all of us. And I'm going to talk to you about the three ways you can create a new narrative for 2025 and get rid of the old stories. Because the old ways, the old self is no longer you and it's not serving you in today's world. Now, there is another quote that says, we might be done with the past, but the past is not done with us. By the way, today's episode is brought to you by Elia, right? Sparkling Rose, non-alcoholic beverage, fresh out of Spain. My promo code is EB20. Click the link in the show notes to get your order. Any orders up to $100, you'll get 20% off. Elia, it's really good. Sparkling Rose. I had it all over the holidays, and you should share it with your family and friends. Take a sip. And also, I want to give thanks to Simplified Impact, the marketing guru who handles all my YouTube and social media and podcast episodes. Thank you so much. Check them out. And it's a great company to help you scale your YouTube and your business. So it is. Let's get back into the episode. Three ways to create a new life for 2025. We're going to shift the narrative and we're going to get rid of the old stories. So the first way, and it's going to be three questions, by the way, instead of three ways, three questions, same thing. How do you see yourself? So number one is write this down, think about it, put it at the top of your mind. How do you see yourself currently right now? And is that self a new you or the old you still in your way? How do you see yourself? And so if we break that down, I'm talking about your identity. What is the new identity that you're going to integrate, embody in 2025? Who are you going to be and who are you becoming? For me, I'm going to be the best person I can be alive, right? That means I'm going to be the person who I can depend on. I'm going to be the person that I love the most. I'm going to be the person that my clients and the people I serve value the most. Because here's the thing, once you understand your identity, you get more clarity in the universe to live out your gift. And there's another quote that says, your gift will make room for you. When you're in your gift, money chases you, people follow you, opportunities come to you because you're in your gift. So my gift is to share my light with the world, raise the collective consciousness, raise the vibration of humanity, and teach people how to love themselves unconditionally and be there for themselves and stay motivated and inspired to be what they need to be and add value to the world through their gifts. So that's my opportunity this year moving forward. And as you know, let's say Michael Jordan, right? Michael Jordan, the person we don't know. We really don't know the player. We think we know him. But what we do know is his gift. Michael Jordan's gift is why we like him. So think about it. Why do people like you? Or why do you like you? Right? I know people value my energy. They don't really value me. They value the energy that comes through me. So when you think of people who Steph Curry, LeBron James, I'm using sports figures, basketball players, maybe Floyd Mayweather, the boxers, people I looked up to. I didn't really look up to them as people. I looked up to their gift. So we like these people because of their gift. Think about your favorite actor or artist. You like them because of your gift. So to help you get into your identity, what is your gift? What is it that you do that you're gifted in that people value the most? That can help you with question number one, identity. How do you see yourself? Boom. Going to number two, what habits are you forming or what habits haven't you left behind? Because it's not, yes, it's the identity, but what habits is going to create that identity, right? Because you got to have habits to become something. What habits are you doing every day? My day-to-day routine, and I'm going to preface this and show you or tell you what I changed to kind of make me more empowered in my habits, right? So every morning when I get up, there's breath work, there's prayer, there's meditation, there's affirmations, there's also a workout. So in the course of all those five things, what I'm changing is my boundaries. So I'm not going to allow myself to tap into somebody else's energy, email, text, phone call until I'm fully done with my morning routine. But also, my morning routine is my night routine. But my night is just as prominent as my morning. So that's going to help me build the right habits to be this powerful leader that I'm becoming in this lifetime. So look at your habits. What are your habits and what type of habits are you forming and why? The habits has a lot to do with your behavior. They say what we do, what you do, what I do frequently becomes our frequency. So whatever you do frequently becomes your frequency. Frequently means what are your habits the day to day? What are you doing unconscious? Unconsciously, you wake up, you brush your teeth, take a shower, you go to work, right? But what also you might be doing, like I've been doing, all of 2024. Like once I'm done working, I'm constantly scrolling on social media. I'm addicted to my phone. That's a bad habit. So guess what? In 2025, I'm cutting that habit. All these little things, setting strong boundaries. I don't talk to anyone until I'm finished with me and myself. There's a quote that I have. It says, connect with your spirit before you connect to the world. So that's something I have to embody fully in 2025, right? So your behavior is your habit. Your habits are your behavior. Whatever you do frequently becomes your frequency. So think about that. Let's get rid of the bad habits, the old habits, the habits that don't serve the greatest good of you and the life you serve. Because when you're in your gift and you're adding value, I want to make sure that value is with good habits as well. So that's number two. What's your why is number three, right? Question three. What's your why? Why are you here? What is your purpose? What is your intention? I remember in 2010 when I moved to LA, I wanted to get out of Baltimore. I didn't want to be there, but I was so driven to become more. I wanted to write books. I wanted to be on TV. I wanted to eventually have a podcast. So guess what I did that was different than I do now? I did everything I'm doing and I was driven. I was driven and I knew what I wanted. So that was part of my purpose was knowing what I wanted. And what I wanted was to write books. I wanted to be an author. What I wanted was to start a podcast and somewhat do TV because I was in a land of opportunity. But I say all to say I didn't have no intentionality. I might have had a few minor goals, but I didn't have like a vision board. I didn't have all that. I just knew what I wanted. In 2023, when I went through that ego death, what freaked me out was I discovered that, oh shit, I create this reality. This is me. Oh my God. Oh, now what's next? Because I was so lost at that moment in my life that I didn't know what to do. I didn't have no energy or drive. Remember, I had to drive in 2010, 2023. I didn't have to drive because I didn't know what I wanted. So guess what? I didn't have an identity in 2023. The habits I were doing before didn't make sense anymore and I didn't have a purpose. So 2023, I was lost. I didn't have no why. My habits wasn't in alignment of where I was going because I didn't know where I was going. So that's why I had the ego death. And then 2024, I had to wake up. I had to find myself and get my power back. To now in 2025, I have a why. I'm building healthy habits, setting strong boundaries, being my authentic self, not people pleasing or trying to appease everybody to like me. If you don't like me, it's okay. I'm not here for you to like me. I'm here to serve my purpose and give my gift and add value. That's what it is. So, people, we got to get rid of the old stories. So, right now, if you're listening, hopefully you got your 3 ways to create a new life for 2025. What's your new identity? What behavior are you displaying? And what's your purpose? Right? Those 3 ways and 3 thought patterns or questions that will help you change the narrative for 2025. They say if it ain't broke, don't fix it. But if it's broke, we must fix it. And it's up to us individually to take full accountability and responsibility to be our best self. So, here today on this podcast, I want you to really tune into your higher self, your true self. And you might be lost right now. You might be stuck. You might be overwhelmed. You might be confused. You might be in a lack and limitation mindset. You might have scarcity. You might be in fear. But guess what? It's okay. I don't want you to be perfect. Listen, I try to be a perfectionist most of my life. It left me empty. I want to be real. I want to be honest. And I want to be open. So then the universe can open up to me and I can let the truth come through me by being my true self, my most authentic self. So don't get caught up in comparison on looking at people's social media following and what they have. Listen, we in truth consciousness now. We don't care about what you have. What we care about is who are you. So ask yourself that. Who are you? Bring more of that to the table, not what you have in a bank account or what you drive or who you dating, because that'll fade. And the only thing that's going to sustain is the true you, the root of you, the soul of you. So 2025, get rid of the old stories and change the narrative with these 3 ways. It's going to help you. It's going to save you time and energy. It's going to get you in alignment of your soul's assignment. And here's the thing. It's not going to happen overnight. You might have to get rid of some ways and things and people that you once loved or you may be addicted to. It could be, partying. It could be unhealthy eating. It could be staying up too late, scrolling on social media. It could be self-sabotage. I have some of that, when you want to go to the next level, like subconsciously you're afraid because your nervous system doesn't feel safe. So you sabotage it. So people, 2025, let's create a new narrative. Let's be more. Let's become more. Let's hold ourselves to a higher standard. And we're not living in the old paradigm or the old stories. The old stories for the past. We're in the now and the future. The future is now. So in order for that to change, you got to take some type of action. I can talk to you till I'm blue in the face, till you're blue in the face. All signs of attraction, manifestation requires action. It could be a phone call. It could be going to the gym. It could be quitting a job, moving to a different city, ending that relationship for 10 plus years or that friendship. You have to take some action. So get ready because this is going to be a beautiful year if you answer the call of creating a new narrative for 2025. So, people, if you like this episode, share with a friend, subscribe to the podcast. And by the way, I'm growing my YouTube. So, more subscribers for the YouTube, the more visibility, more value, because I want more impact in the world, not for my ego, but for the collective consciousness. I want to raise the frequency through my voice, through spirit, through God, through higher self. I want to help people tap into the spirit of their fitness. Spiritual fitness is beyond movement. It's mind, it's soul, it's evolution, it's a way of thinking, it's a way of being, it's a way of articulating, communicating. The spirit of your fitness is more than just what you look like and how you feel. It's how you think, it's how you carry yourself, it's your identity. It's a consciousness, it's a lifestyle. So let's tap into your spiritual fitness this year, 2025. It's going down. Let's change the narrative. Let's evolve the soul. And I'm holding you accountable. And if this resonates with you, DM me on Instagram, identity shift. DM me identity shift. And I'll know if you watch this episode or listen to this episode. And we'll have a beautiful conversation in the DM and I help you the best way I know how in that moment or just give you some feedback. So thank you for listening. Subscribe, share, like. It's going down. It's a new year. Happy New Year 2025. It's going to be an incredible year. I'm claiming it. Claim your miracle today. I'm claiming it for you, for us, for we. Together, we are better. So it is. I'm out. Peace and love.